Hello everyone, I hope you're all keeping well. Now tonight we have utter idiocy. Wow, have I got a video for you guys. Now we're going to be talking about a complete and utter moron, a social scientist called Mark H. White, who has done a survey and according to him, The Last Jedi movie failed due to political beliefs. So anybody who didn't like it, it's basically because of our political belief, and that is what he has found from this survey. So I'm going to read out the article that I found, and I was just absolutely astonished at this guy, right? So what do you hear? A survey on Star Wars fandom has found that political beliefs could be the reason why many fans disliked Star Wars The Last Jedi. We certainly did, because it absolutely sucked, mate. Given how divisive The Last Jedi was, it should come as no surprise that Star Wars fans have some pretty strong opinions about the 8th installment in the long-running franchise. Of course, Star Wars The Last Jedi got plenty of glowing reviews, but a vocal minority condemned the film. Some Star Wars fans expressed their disdain for The Last Jedi's supposedly feminist politics by harassing actor Kelly Marie Tran, who plays resistance fighter Rose Tico, to the extent that she ended up quitting social media. Now, just really quickly, I remember that, guys, and to be honest, I do not condone that behaviour. You know, that woman, unlike some people in movies, literally kept her mouth quiet, and she let her character and the film speak for itself. She didn't come out and say anything silly. It was literally just down to bad writing for her character. So moving on. As it turns out, political beliefs may influence how some fans viewed the follow-up to Star Wars The Force Awakens. Now, again, quickly, I didn't hate The Force Awakens. I do have my issues with it, but I did like it overall. And I do have it on DVD. I like it fine. Now, according to a survey conducted by this stupid idiot social scientist Mark H. White, who pretty much, I'm sorry, to sound rude to anybody that has studied sociology and psychology, which is what he has a degree in, but to me it's another term for pretty much being able to have common sense and show understanding and be able to sit in a classroom and hold a good debate. No offense to anybody, right? So this guy, Mark H. White, is saying there may now be tangible proof after he found that Star Wars fans that tend to have sexist and conservative beliefs and a negative attitude toward political correctness also tend to dislike Star Wars The Last Jedi. To understand his findings better, a bit of background on his survey is necessary. The previous phase of his research found that there are 3 main types of Star Wars fans. So here we go, guys. This is the 3 different types of Star Wars fans that we have, okay? So we have prequel skeptics, who are fans of the original and sequel trilogies, but not the prequels. Then the next type of group that we have, second type of group, is saga lovers who rate the entire franchise favourably. And then the last type, the third type of group that we have, is The Last Jedi disowners. And then in brackets, who dislike Star Wars The Last Jedi. No, mate. It's as simple as this. You need to change that to The Last Jedi. And then in brackets, because it sucked. People don't like it because it freaking well sucked. Anyways, moving on. By asking survey respondents a series of targeted questions that determined whether they demonstrated hostile sexism and benevolent sexism, White found that The Last Jedi disowners expressed more sexist beliefs than prequel skeptics and saga lovers. The Last Jedi disowners also reported more conservative politics and anti-PC than prequel skeptics and saga lovers. This guy really does sound intelligent, like wow. More broadly, he found that Star Wars fans who demonstrated sexist and anti-PC beliefs were more likely to enjoy the original and prequel trilogies, but less likely to enjoy the sequel trilogy. He also discovered that the more sexist and anti-PC a Star Wars fan actually is, that the less likely they are to like the characters such as Rey and Rose Tico, who have faced the brunt of sexist critique levelled at the sequel trilogy. Again, mate, no, Mark White. What basically happened with the likes of Rose is, it's not her fault, but let's face it, her character was nonsensical, it was silly. It's down to a writer's standpoint, she wasn't needed, she wasn't necessary. That's nothing to do with being sexist. That's just telling the truth. Simple as, right? It's worth noting that he frequently asserts his findings are by no means proof that everyone who dislikes Star Wars The Last Jedi is sexist, with a relatively small sample size of around 5,000. White's survey could never be representative of the entire Star Wars fandom, and there are indeed many Star Wars The Last Jedi detractors who dislike the film for a whole host of reasons that have nothing to do with sexism or anti-progressive attitudes. He does, however, believe his findings are evidence of a positive correlation between disliking the Star Wars sequel trilogy and having sexist, conservative, and anti-PC beliefs among some fans, arriving at the opinion that some of the backlash Star Wars The Last Jedi got was unwarranted. White concludes that because of their political beliefs, some Star Wars fans were predisposed to hate The Last Jedi. Now, I mean, my good days, my goodness, guys. I mean, so he's saying The Last Jedi failed on people's, political beliefs, being sexist and all this here nonsense. So, okay, it wasn't because, they completely outright dismantled, destroyed the original trilogy characters that people have loved for many, many years. They didn't do that, no. They didn't have Mark Hamill throw his lightsaber, Luke Skywalker threw his lightsaber over his shoulder like it was nothing to him. I mean, one of the most optimistic characters in the whole galaxy, by the way, in the entire galaxy, who, never would have give up. Luke would never have give up. Mark Hamill has even well said this. It wasn't because, we had characters in there for no damn well reason. And no character building, no proper character development. There's so many reasons that The Last Jedi failed. And, for him to just come out and be like, oh, but I've done a survey. I've spoke to these people and I have, degrees in, sociology and psychology, and I know I'm a cool dude and I can, read people's minds and, what a load of absolute trifle on a cheesy dish. What is this guy even on about? I have absolutely no idea, guys. I mean, can anybody help me here? Because I'm just infuriated at the nonsense this guy has came off with. The Last Jedi was a terrible mess. That's what it was, guys. It should have been called The Last Mess. It was an utter disgrace. And how they're going to come back from that, I honestly have no idea. No idea whatsoever. So, yeah, goodness me. I really do think that this guy is another joke. He really is. Let me know what you all think. As a Star Wars fan, what do you think about what I've just read out there? Because I think the guy needs to think of a different career because he's just made another fool of himself, in my opinion. Now, if you like the Last Jedi, that's great. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hate on someone for liking a movie. Why should I take my enjoyment away from someone just for liking something? But me personally, I don't like it. I can't understand how anybody can think what they done to that poor man, Luke Skywalker, or sorry, Mark Hamill, what they done to him was so sad. Anyways, I'm going to leave this video here, and I had to come on and share this with you guys, honestly, because obviously I do a lot of Star Wars videos and a lot of people that watch me love Star Wars. So I just thought that I would let you hear this. I'm sorry that I had to let you hear this idiocy, but at the same time, I thought it'd be interesting to share with you because I want to know all of your thoughts. So thanks very much for watching, and until my next video, don't forget that the Force will be with you always. Take care, guys.